Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you guys are doing good today. Oh man, last night was funny. I went and we went to the Barbie movie. And all I can say is, I thought there was a lot of upset kids when we left that first Avengers Endgame movie, the first half. I was like, I'd never seen so many disappointed children before in my life. But walking out of that theater with them parents, with them little girls that took them to Barbie. Dude, Barbie is PG-13, and I'm telling you, it probably should have been, like on TV, if that was on Netflix or something, it would have been rated TV-14. That was some funny stuff. Only reason I wanted to see it was for the trailer. And in the trailer, it shows the scene where she goes to Weird Barbie. And Barbie has like the ugly Birkenstock sandal and the high heel shoes. And she's like, and you can go to the real world and learn what the real world is like. Or you can go back to your perfect Barbie dream world. And she's like, the first one, the high heels. Well, yeah, she's like, the high heels. I want to go back to the high heels. She's like, no, I'm just giving you the illusion of a choice. Try it again. Right? And I was like, that made me want to see the movie right then and there. And you know what? It was worth it. If you're into, I don't know. For me, it had a lot to do with synchronicities and everything else like that. Of like the social commentary of the world, like Barbie Land being online type of deal. But go see it. If you've ever played with Barbies when you were little, you will crack up. It's pretty funny. If you have a teenage daughter who used to play with Barbies, definitely if they're old enough to get the jokes, right? If your kids are old enough to start recognizing the adult humor in like Shrek movies and Pixar movies and like Puss in Boots and stuff like that, then they can totally handle the jokes in these movies. Alright, we got Taurus. We got that stubborn, defiant energy there. Very sensual energy with Taurus. We've got the moon, secrets, hidden phases, right? We got one. There's a brand new cycle getting to start here. Mono, I'm coming home. Lot of runes today. Let me get them all out. I know what you are. We got intuition, eyes wide open. Something's coming out into the sun. There's a masculine going through an awakening here. There's a cut off. They've cut somebody off that's making a lot of waves. Moons. There's a lot of secrets and phases. Whoever they've cut off deals with they deal with a lot of secrets and phases with this person. I get kind of the energy that they might be dealing with like the narc energy, you know what I'm saying? That love bombing, love hate. It's like people twist up the twin flame narrative all the time for me, and it drives me absolutely up the wall. And if anything, like a lot of people will be like, oh, men use the twin flame narrative to trap people. No. My personal experience, it's feminines. Feminines use the twin flame narrative. Dude broke up with you for whatever reason. They don't want to deal with you anymore. And you just keep sniffing around, chasing away any girls that come to talk to them. That type of energy. But there's definitely something that's cut. Whoever this person cut off, or whatever their energies they're cutting off, it's causing some waves, right? I got the energy with the waves and the moon and the star right there. It's like, don't be afraid of making waves, darling. The moon does it all the time. Oh, we got Rapunzel in the tower again here. Rapunzel in the tower, for me, it's a lot about generational karmic debt, right? The reason Rapunzel gets stuck in that tower is because her parents got her stuck in the tower, and she ends up her parents aren't the ones who save her, right? They're the ones that caused the problem, right? And I get the kind of energy is it's like, no, it's not your it's not your fault somebody hurt you. But it is your responsibility to take care of your own healing, right? We get into that when we talk about like wound care and stuff like that, right? It's like, you have this wound on your arm and it's like, yeah, you didn't do it. Somebody came by and they cut you, right? But you just wrapped it up with bandages, but then you didn't think you had to do anything else after that. You just wrapped it up, and I'm just not going to look at it anymore. Meanwhile, it's infected, it's getting sore, you're getting gangrene and shit. And it's like, no, honey bunny, you got to go back. You got to take the bandages off periodically. You got to check the wound, check to see how it's healing, remove any of the dead tissue, sterilize it and clean it again, and then wrap it back up. Research things like yarrow and other things that might be able to help you heal a little faster, right? But you don't just wrap it up and then pretend like you were never hurt. That's never helped anybody. We got that shamanic ancient healing here with this card whenever I see it. I get the energy of people who are having a hard time coming to terms with getting older, age, and having to lean back on ancient healing wisdom here, right? In the ancient times, getting old was a sacred thing. The older you were, the more sacred you were to your community. Because you held knowledge, you held wisdom. There was no libraries, there was no books. The only place to obtain ancient knowledge was from the ancients in your area, in your village, in your whatever you were in, right? I got Triumph of Lies here. There's definitely the Triumph of Lies. This is definitely a card of you're dealing with someone in your life who is able to put on the show, put on the act, put on the persona of being like having it all together and being in charge. And Triumph of Lies is like this person, I like that one there too, was able to lie, like lie on your name. I get the smear campaign of a narcissist. And I had some weird dreams last night. I had that duck in my dream too. I saw about migration and geese yesterday, and then sure enough, there's a movie coming out called Migration that was in the trailers. Trailers had me cracked up. My niece just got a new Chevy Trax. That was the main car that featured in the movie. I dealt with a lot of synchronicities. I was laughing way harder than everybody else. It was all them uncomfortable parents. I'm just cracking up because I was smart enough to go with the youngest person in my group was my daughter who's 12, and an 18-year-old and a 23-year-old. So, yeah, we had a lot more fun than them little kids did. All right, I've got someone is creating an opportunity here. Someone is creating an opportunity here. I got that there's been some sort of defense. All right, somebody's played around. And I get the energy of somebody used to have the persona of a player, like they pretended to be a player, they pretended to be something they weren't, right? And they did it because they were being watched by this toxic ass Queen of Swords. But in the end, they ended up chasing off their Queen of Hearts. You see how her back is kind of turned to the cards now, and this person's kind of watching this person, right? And it's all this toxic ass energy there because those are reverse cards. Someone wants to come out of that energy, right? They're tired of pretending to be something they're not. The only reason they did it, I get, was because this Queen of Swords injured them somehow. There's definitely time sensitive on this. There's definitely some time-sensitive energy on this. I don't want to spoil that movie. I would go see it. If any of my readings resonated with you, you need to go see it because it's pretty funny. I don't want to spoil it. Trying not to very hard. But there's definitely the energy of somebody pretending to be something they weren't. And they did it so that they did it to try to impress you. And it's this kind of bullshit energy of like, that's what they tell men to do on those stupid red pill fucking dating YouTube channels and shit. They tell you to be desirable, act like you don't want commitment, and then women will throw commitment at you. If you act like you have women attracted to you, then more women will be attracted to you. And you see it kind of play out in your real life, because it'll be like guys that you know are like, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell. Could you stop? Oh yeah, really? Really, you're on Tinder and all these girls are offering you to come over and make content and offering you, what did the dude say that one time? He was just like, oh, they were gonna They wanted to give me a massage with a happy ending, and another chick wanted to make content, wanted to invite me over to make content. And it's just like, and you're looking at the dude, you're like, really? I can't see how you would be the main demographic for content, type of energy. It's like, you're trying a little too hard in the wrong direction there, babe. There's definitely, I got a high priestess here. There's definitely a divine feminine who's coming into her true energy, her own energy here. There's that balance of light and dark, the balance of beauty and seduction here. I get ancient knowledge. On the 5D, the feminines are really being empowered right now. I got the Princess of Wands. In this deck, for me, it's like this person, she's not like the other Barbies, right? She's not like the other ones, right? She's not trying to reach for someone else's star. She's trying to put her own star in the sky. There was a decision that this person had to make. It was a major rite of passage, but it was done to give you strength. I get kind of the narrative of like letting go, releasing. I get this as that Queen of Cups from the 3D, right? She walked away. Why? It was a rite of passage. She had to. What? I chose peace over the drama. I chose peace over the drama. You acted like you couldn't choose me over some toxic ass 304s. So I chose my own fucking power over that bullshit. Right? Temperance. It was enough to get this person to balance out again, to stop indulging in, I find the balance there, right? For me, that Temperance card is about getting sober from something, right? Whatever it was you were addicted to, whatever escapism you were addicted to. It was able to find balance in it now. Because you're not in pain, because you're not confused, because you're not fighting the universe anymore. And when you finally surrender and just keep going with the flow and you start getting less and you get back into that energy, it's like, yeah, the wheel starts turning. The wheel starts turning. But now we've got this Prince of Fire here. Could be a fire sign. That Leo energy, right? But we definitely got this fire sign. What is this Prince of Wands doing? The universe. You've turned this person's universe on their head. You've turned this person around. You've made them realize something here. We got the Chariot. Yeah, there's a lot of movement. There's that bull again. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of stubborn energy here. This person is learning how to build their own power. They're learning how to build it with their own hands. They're learning how to make swift movement to get away from the drama is what I'm feeling there. A couple more and then I'll get a moon card because that's all I got time for today. What's he doing? Ace of Cups. There's heart center openings happening here. Sometimes it takes that. Sometimes it takes the chaos and the pain, right? Someone's balanced, wanting something more traditional now. Oh, Ten of Cups came out on the bottom here. Someone's realizing what the Ten of Cups is to them. But for me, Ten of Cups is not, like a lot of people say, happy wife, happy life. I'm like happy spouse, happy house. Right? It shouldn't be all about one person. Right? It shouldn't be all about one person, right? You should be wanting to do what you do for your partner because you love them. There should be acts of love, right? You don't make your guy the perfect sandwich because you're trying to prove that you're a bitch that can make sandwiches. No, you do it because you love them. You make food with love, right? You know, you would put that, I don't know, some people I guess don't, but you know, you would put that energy in when you feed your kids. You don't think to them, oh, you know, you ungrateful whatevers. You know, I only do this for, you know, to prove myself somehow. No, you make good food for your children because you want them to eat them, because you want them to be healthy, right? Where'd I put it? There you are. Yeah. Time to roll, y'all. What do we got? Wishmaker. $47 coming in with the energy of 11 there. Wishmaker, possibility, fulfillment, and dreams. Have you ever looked up at the night sky, focused on a bright star, and made a wish? Maybe you did this when you were a child, but you have forgotten how to now as an adult. Maybe you don't believe in wishes and dreams anymore. The Wishmaker card is here to let you know that wishes are powerful and dreaming is good for you. It comes as a reminder to think in terms of possibilities rather than limitations. Too often people focus on what they don't want and they wonder why they get more of it. Is that not what I've been saying for the last few weeks here, people? What you think of most is what you attract, so focusing on poverty will only bring you more money, worries, and debt your way. Think in terms of what could be possible for you. If you hate your job, start thinking about what your dream job would be, the kind of tasks that would involve and how happy your work would be. Train your brain to think of all the positive possibilities and learn to leave all the negative limitations behind. And when you begin to think in terms of possibility, you will come to realize that nothing is impossible and you will find ways to make it happen. This is the message of this card. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love you. I'm back as soon as I can, I promise.